Good morning, day 7 of my McMillans Track walk. I've just done my resupply at Breakfast Creek here. For those interested, the Wellington River is in that tree line behind me there. I don't actually cross the Wellington River, so it's not one of the many rivers I cross. Today, I'm climbing up, dropping down, crossing the McAllister River. And then I'm going to camp over near, I think it's the Barkley River tonight. Today's going to be another solid day, over 1,000 metres climbing. A little bit shorter, I think, probably only about 18 k's, but a lot of climbing. All right, I'll get on with it. It's a bit overcast, so the first climb is the hardest, and it's I want to get into that straight away. It's not exactly early. By the time I did my resupply, it's probably about 8:30 now. All right, I'll swing the camera around. I just got to stash these drums back in the bush, wherever they are, there, and get walking. So I just found this signpost from McMillans Track. Probably on the one section of track that no one walks, because there's a road there. This is the track through here. Or there's a road 20 metres away. Anyway, ironically enough, they've put the sign here and the information. I'm still heading up to stash my food, so I'll stash my drums. All right, let's get on with it. Okay, I'm away for the day. Food stashed. I'm heading up the McMillans Track up to Smith Street, up on top of the ridge, and then I'll drop off down towards the McAllister. It's a decent climb though. Anyway, it's all good. Feeling very refreshed after that food drop, that's for sure. Okay, the sun's hit me. For anyone playing along at home, I got the weather forecast. I was able to do a screenshot, get online and do a screenshot yesterday lunchtime when I was up on Mount Tambaritha. It looks like it's hot, getting hotter each day. On my run into Woods Point, they're predicting kind of 30, rising gently each day, maybe 31, 32, 33. That's Woods Point, but yeah, that'll do me. More importantly, I got on the Vic emergency app and there's no fires around in my vicinity, so that's good too. And there's been no lightning or storms of that for a few days, so hopefully nothing will crop up. I mean, you always worry about campfires and that with people around, but so far so good. So yeah, fingers crossed the next 3 days, 4 days, whatever it is. So the climb's going well. I'm probably 8/10 of the way up, I guess. Once I hit the ridge, there's a little bit more climbing up this Smith Street until I drop off. I just saw my first tiger snake of the day. Not sure if I've seen a snake on the walk yet or not. I can't remember off the top of my head. Just while my sunbaking or warming up in the sun. He wasn't too worried about me, just kind of moseyed on off into the scrub. Okay, I've made the crest of the ridge. Excuse me, I'm still trying to get over this lurgy. Seems to be unshakable. There's actually a rough pad down there to I think it's a mountain called the Cathedral or something like that. I've never been up there. I'm going to do it one day. I've come up from down there. So this is Smith Street, this bit of the track, named after one of the guys that I think refound the track or helped clear the track again. So I climb up, it follows the crest of the ridge, for, I don't know, maybe a kilometre, maybe less. And then I swing down over there into that valley. Okay, this is where I swing left off the ridge and start dropping down to McAlister River. So that arrow there, the orange one, is the track up to the Crinlin and Long Hill. I'm heading down here though. I've got some plans for the Crinlin and Long Hill at some stage, once the rains come and get a bit of water. And Chapman says the track down here is very vague, overgrown, indistinct. So extrapolating that into normal terms means there is no track. We'll see how we go. So there's been a bit of a pad to follow. There's a few track markers scattered around, so far so good. This is actually a pretty good bit. The biggest problem is when you get to rocky sections. Oops, there's a big spider's web I'm about to walk through. It can be, or a tree comes down, or a few trees come down, even worse, is refinding the faint pad. If you're on the pad, like I am now, it's not too hard to follow. But when it gets obliterated for some reason, it can be pretty hard to find it again. There's a tree here. It looks like I'm going to swing left though. Oh no. So yeah, I think the pad goes down over there. So I'm on a knoll coming down this spur, and I think I've got to leave. I've got to veer left. I'll leave the crest here and head down here. At least that's what my map says. I'm hoping after I progress a while I'll find something that resembles a pad. Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. Use all your imagination, but I'm probably following a deer pad. It's all good though, it's going in the right direction. So the Chapman's mentioned that this is faint and indistinct through here, and they said it's marked with markers and tapes. Well, the markers are still there, but the tapes are long gone, so there's probably half the marking there used to be. I can see a marker ahead of me, so I'm on the right track here. Oh, and actually I can see an old tape here too, so maybe this section is taped a bit, but it hasn't been taped so far. So there's a bit of an old tape on the tree there, and there's a marker on that one down there. So this is probably the best marked bit of the descent so far. I'm getting close to the McAllister. I crossed some farmland after I crossed the river. And do a bit of walkers follow fence, so be reminiscent of my Hyson walk. So once I cross the river, which is pretty much below me, I'm going to pick up a track that kind of zigzags up there and then up to that saddle. And then from that saddle over there, I'll follow a fence line across some paddocks, I think. This is all private property I'm heading into here. So this is the McAllister. This is one of the bigger rivers, but it's pretty low. I reckon I can almost get across there with dry feet. I might give it a go. I'm going to jump in for a swim anyway. but I want to get across first. Gee, it's low. Alright, I'm going to get up in the shade. There's a farm building or something up there. I'll stop up there and and then jump back in for a swim, I think. It's trail cam from in the McAlister River. Oh, this is the way walking should be. Oh, time for lunch, I think. Alright, enjoyed that swim. I've just had some lunch beside this old farm shack. Got to go through this series of gates now. I don't know if you can see that road over there, kind of tracking up the hill. I'm going to zigzag my way over that saddle there. So that's the next bit of the day's fun. And it's going to be warm too, so I went swimming in my clothes, so I'm nice and cool at the moment. That'll last for about 5 minutes, I reckon, once I start climbing that hill. Anyway, glad I'm not sharing the same paddock as him. So, turns out I don't follow this road over the top. Looks like I'll zigzag up this path here, maybe. I think that's what I mean. It's a little bit indistinct, but there is kind of a track up there. Oh yeah, there's a sign there. Which way that's pointing is your guess, but I'm guessing this is where I go. Okay, that's the road up there. I can see the benched track. Got a small issue of a fence to get over there. Could probably shimmy through that bottom, between the bottom one and where the broken one is, I guess. The slope's that steep, it's hard to step over it. If it was flat, I could normally probably just step over the top. Anyway, I'll work out a way. Okay, I managed to step over it without crushing my balls just. And here's the road. I thought I'd be following the whole way up, I think. Yep. Where's the fun in that though? When you can go straight up the side. Okay, I've popped through that private property, through road gate there, dropped about 20 metres down towards the paddocks, and I'm turning down this track here, which I believe is McMillans Track. So I'm leaving the farm road, and looks like I'm following a fence line down. If I see a marker, I'll let you know. So I'm onto a walkers follow fence line section now. I'm good at this. Got a few more fences to get across, and hopefully gates to get through, and then I meet up with Middle Ridge Road, and that's the end of the navigation test for the day, I think. It's a beautiful day, perfect light. We have a marker. Alright, so I've just crossed that farmland, and the farmland on the hill behind it. I'm going to stop for a minute in the shade, have a drink. Now I've just got a long grunt up this road, pretty much all the way to camp, up and then down a bit at the end of the day. time for a drink first. So there's the crinoline and Long Hill. So I'm just on Middle Ridge Road now, heading down towards the switchbacks, which will drop me down to the Barkley River. I think it's time for another swim. That's a long way down there. That's where I'm going though. Some decent cliff lines through there. I've reached the Barkley River. I'm not going to camp here, I'm camping a little bit further along. But I'm going to drop down there and see if I can have a swim. It looks like a good swimming spot, and there's a little track running along the side there. So we'll see how we go, eh? How's this for a great little swimming hole? Someone's even built a little spa bath here. This is on the Barkley River, Middle Ridge Road. So I'm almost at camp. That's Mount Skeen Creek. I'm still on Middle Ridge Road. Quite a nice walk down here. Certainly not too much traffic. These cliffs are pretty amazing. So that's the start of McMillans Spur Track. There's a little signpost up there if it's seen to the sun. That's tomorrow's walk up there. I've got another half a k down there to find Rumpff Flat. So I'm set up down here in Rumpff Flat. I've got the place to myself at the moment. Hoping not too many roll up tonight. It's a Friday night. Gee, I'm a long way from anywhere though. So, and it's the weekend after a long weekend, so hopefully everyone fired their gun last week and they won't be going out again this week. Got the Holy Grail there, got a picnic table, and the creek is just down there for water. So this is pretty comfy. I'm going to cook some tea, settle in for the night. Alright, that's it from day 7 of my McMillans Track walk. I'm comfortably ensconced at Rumpff Flats. Very nice camping area this low. Looking at the fire pits around the place and the chainsawed logs. I'd say it's Bogan City on some weekends. Hopefully, it's a Friday night, so hopefully it won't be too bad tonight. If anyone turns up, they turn up. There's not much I can do. I walked about, I think it was 18 k's, climbed about 1117 metres according to All Trails. So yeah, that was another solid day. I was here pretty early. The only slow bit of the walk, well, the slowest bits were dropping off the crest after Smith Street down towards the McAllister. That was pretty slow. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as coming off Tambaritha, that's for sure. And a little bit through the farmland where I thought I was following a farm track, but it was just a goat track zigzagging up the side of the hill. So that was, it was okay. It wasn't very high, but it got me to the top quick, put it that way. And it wasn't that overgrown. I'll tell you what, if you weren't watching the map though, you'd miss it because the obvious route is up the farm road. All right, I'm going to hit the sack. Tomorrow's a huge day. It's getting really warm, so I'm thinking I might try and finish in 2 days from here. It's about 50 k's. It leaves me a 30k day tomorrow. We'll see how I go. I don't have to do it, but if I can do it rather than be another stinking hot day on Monday, I think it's going to be like low 30s and then get into the high 30s on Monday. So if I can avoid that, I will. We'll see how we go. All right, I will catch you in the morning for a tough day, I reckon. Take it easy.